Welcome to IGGY's Art Services, Art Sunday Services, which is a spectacular place to motivate and inspire others to fulfill their goals or the things that they want to do, whether you're an artist or not. Sunday art services are about motivation. It's about me expressing and showing others how I've developed myself as an artist and how those experiences can help you realize your style or, overcome those fears of taking an idea from your mind and making something come alive. I'd like to take this time to welcome you to my art studio. This is where I do all my creative stuff and where I will be holding IGGY Art's Sunday services. Let me begin by showing you the Holy Sketchbook. And what is the Holy Sketchbook? Well, the Holy Sketchbook to me is my connection with Source, with that divine place that gives me ideas and that shows me the way when kind of like where should I go? Well, through this gets put here. So if you don't have a Holy Sketchbook or a Holy Diary or a notebook where you write down what is in your heart and what you want to realize, go out and get one. Very powerful tool. Now, what is, motivation and inspiration for an artist? For me, it's just following my passion, following my heart, and I think that's the best type of motivation you can have. Most of the world is motivated by what? Financial outcomes, social outcomes, some kind of a material outcome, and hey, those things are cool. Believe me, those things are awesome, but they can never be a drive. You have to be driven by a passion. So you got to develop a passion. If you don't have a passion, then start looking. And I think this is one of the best ways to find out what your passion is. Something that you love to do, whether it's initially a hobby or something you do already, you just got to find out that one thing that you are passionate about, something that you love. And that whether you had money or whether you have people liking what you're doing, it doesn't matter. It's what you want. So in today's Sunday art services, I want to take the time and speak about fear. Because fear is a bitch. It could make you or break you, right? You could either use it for the better, or you could use it to crush you, because fear will do that. And as an artist, you tend to want to just express what you're feeling. You want to show the world your ideas. You want to show the world what's going on in your world and say, hey, you know what? I got this cool idea that maybe can create something that maybe it can change the world, maybe it can change my community, maybe it can just change my life. But we live in a cruel world where they think artists or creative people are locos, right? Maybe we are. We can't let those things bother us. No, we gotta just go forward. And fear tends to come in very important moments where we're right at the verge of realizing something great, right? And where does that fear come from? It usually comes from when we were kids, teachers, parents, friends. Maybe we tried to do something and we failed, and therefore we told ourselves. So sometimes it's ourselves, and then those beliefs that we have in our minds, and they become obstacles. So we need to develop some form of strategy for ourselves to overcome those obstacles, and we could use fear as an ingredient to push us. Usually how I overcome fear, mosquitoes, let me fly. How I overcome fear is I crush it and I grab it. And how I overcome fear is through discipline. Through discipline and references and going to other artists and seeing what they've done. And as I use discipline and doing things every day, I start to become very good at that one thing that I'm doing. Whether it's a painting, whether it's a design, whether it's a project, I'll use references. And I will use discipline every day to know more about that thing that I'm doing. So I become an authority in that thing that I'm doing. And therefore, I'm not fearful because I don't have doubts. So if I don't fear, even though that little guy in the back is saying, oh, you can't do it, or, what are they going to think? Well, I tell this to that little guy because I am documented, and I've practiced, and I've done every single day over and over again until the fear is not as big, because I can show it and I can say, hey, I know about what I'm doing. So that's why you need this, the Holy Sketchbook, so you can see how you develop and how you grow in that specific thing you're doing, whatever it is. Whether you're baking cookies, whether you're creating a masterpiece, whether you're creating a song, whether you're creating a band, whatever it is that you're doing, you need to be disciplined. You need to step aside and say, I need to do this every day. A little bit every day. Just like when you start working out, right? At first you're like, oh, it's hard. But as you see results, you want to do it more. And as you do it more and you get better, other people start seeing those results, and then they start saying, hey, what are you doing? And that's when you start crushing fear. So go out. If I'm only talking to one person, 10 people, or 100 people, well, whoever gets the message is, go out and get yourself a sketchbook. Start out with an idea and start developing it. Use discipline, references, go all over the internet, go outside, go to the galleries, go to coffee shops, cookie places, whatever your idea is, and put that information here, and then that information will get transferred through here into the heart, and then it will become passion. So I thank you for sharing this moment with me here at IGGY's Arts Sunday services. I hope to see you again next Sunday, and I'd like to invite you to come to my website, which you'll see down here, which is www.iggyarts.com or www.iggy.com.co. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts, if you want, emails one-on-one to help you motivate yourself, or just some kind of a coach, art coach, well, go ahead and email me, and we'll work something out. We'll get you moving. So I thank you, and hallelujah.